What's going on, guys? Big news from Joe Biden. He just announced that he's extending the Paycheck Protection Program round 2. So if you didn't receive any money from Paycheck Protection Program this last time around, or maybe you didn't even receive any money last year, I'm going to show you step by step in this video how you can receive money from the government. And this is literally free money. Last time I said free money. In this video I made last year, I helped probably get hundreds of thousands of dollars into your pockets. My roommate got 15,000 plus. I got 25,000 myself. Lots of people received a ton of money, and it's 100% forgivable, meaning it's not a loan. Yes, it's a loan on the front end, but if you use the money the correct way, which I'm going to go over, you can get it forgiven. So this is literally free money. So I don't want to see any comments below. It's not really free money. No, this is free money. 100% free money. And anybody that has problems with the ethics of this, you can go ahead and exit this video now, because I realize, there is an ethical debate about this, but Bill Gates had the goal of having 2 years of reserved money to pay his employees, so and to be able to run his company without any revenue at all. So literally Microsoft at the very beginning, they could have survived 2 years without paying it, without no revenue coming in or anything. He wanted the safety of his company. So if you guys are in a position where you have a lot of money, maybe you shouldn't apply. But from my perspective, I know that I would have to let people off. If my Amazon account got shut down, if something happened in my business, I would have to let my employees go. So, and you don't need to have employees, by the way. I know a lot of people think that Paycheck Protection Program is only for employees. That is not true. So that's the ethics side of it out of the way. Without further ado, let's get into this. So who exactly qualifies for this? There's the first-time people who didn't receive any money last year, and there's the people who applied last year, and their specifications, their requirements are a little bit different. So I'll start with the people from last year. So if you got money last year and you're reapplying again this year, you must show a loss in your business in at least 1 quarter of the year. You can choose whatever quarter that is, quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, or quarter 4. 1 quarter must be less in 2020 than the previous year. So that's pretty simple. For brand new people, so if you're watching this video, you're an Amazon seller and you sold in 2020 and you want to receive money, all you need is a 1040 tax form. So your tax return, it needs to be a 1040 Schedule C. Now, I'm not a CPA. I barely even know what this means, but this is what is required. This is what they're asking of us. So I know there's lots of different ways to file taxes. You must have filed 1040 Schedule C in order to get this to work. So sole proprietors are only eligible for up to $20,833. That's $100,000. That's if you made $100,000 profit. That's how much you're eligible for. The reason for this is you don't have any employees, so you're only able to pay yourself. Now, the way this works, and this is going to get into how you're not going to pay back any of this, is the forgivable part of it. It's called owner's compensation replacement. So you're literally, the reason why you're getting money as a sole proprietor is you are the employee. You are the person working. You're not really the employee, but you're like the only person on your paycheck. So they're going to, or on your taxes. So they're going to pay you maximum $20,000 if your tax returns show $100,000 profit. Now, let me take a step back. It is very important that you understand what to use this money for. And last year, if you're an LLC and you get the money, if you're going to apply as a business, not as a sole proprietor, you must use the money to pay people, to pay your employees. Otherwise, you can't forgive it. If you just take all the money and you buy a brand new car with it, they're going to come after you. Go on YouTube and search in, type in the search box, PPP fraud. You'll see lots of people went out, bought Lamborghinis, did a bunch of crazy shit with their money, and they had to pay it back. A lot of them are in jail. So when you guys, I'm about to show you how to actually apply for this. When you guys apply for it, make sure you're 100% honest. Like, don't lie about anything, because it will get back to you if you ever get audited. So with that out of the way, let's get into the exciting part. So the exciting part is if you are a sole proprietor, you can use what's called owner's compensation replacement, which basically means you're paying yourself. So you're taking the money and you're paying yourself, which actually means you can use the money for basically anything. Now, don't quote me on this, but this is according to the website schgroup.com. So according to schgroup.com, the forgiven amount a taxpayer claims as OCR, Owner's Compensation Replacement, can be used for any purpose and is tax-free. Now, you're watching Romer the Romer YouTube channel. Obviously, talk to a CPA, talk to a tax expert, but I got I got my loan 100% forgiven last year, and a lot of it was due to owner's compensation replacement. That's money I paid for rent, that's money I paid for groceries, blah, blah, blah. Money I paid myself. So this is super exciting. So you're able to get this money 100% forgiven, and you don't really even have to use it for anything other than paying yourself. So again, this is valid until May 31st of this year, unless Joe Biden extends the Paycheck Protection Program round 2 again. But this, for everybody that wants to apply for this right now, you can actually pause the video and follow along with me. There's a link below if you guys want to use the lender that I use. There's several good lenders. Last time I went through Cross River Bank. They're good. This time they seemed a little bit, they were dealing with too much volume, so I'm going with Womply this time. And a disclaimer out there, Womply has a referral code for me, but it takes nothing out of your loan. And from personal experience, Womply is and all the PPP platforms, all the third-party lenders, they're getting much better at the interface. They're really pimping it out, making it very nice for us entrepreneurs to use. The first time around PPP, anybody that applied, it was a train wreck. All of these lenders now, they have very nice platforms, but Womply has the best platform I've seen. It is very, very easy to use, and they made it incredibly easy. So if you guys want to use Womply, the link is below. By the way, it always interests me, how do these companies make money? They make money from getting money from the bank. So they're connecting you with lots of different banks across the country. They'll connect you with one bank, but the bank pays them a commission, so it's not coming out of your end at all. So it's very important to know. Again, I do get a kickback if you use the link below. If you guys want to, click that link now and follow me through this. So what we're going to do, once you open that link, is click on Apply for PPP. Now, before you start this process, you're going to want to contact your CPA or maybe file taxes yourself. Make sure that your tax form says it's a 1040 Schedule C. Make sure you have that tax return and make sure that it says that, because they're going to require that. So as you go into this, you're going to put either my business has multiple employees. So if you do have employees, go ahead and put, you have multiple employees, but you're going to be using a different tax form. You're going to be using your payroll processor. So whatever you use to pay your employees via payroll, or maybe you pay yourself via payroll, you'll need to use that. Now, for everybody else who is just a sole proprietor or self-employed and has a 1040 available, make sure you have that. You're also going to want your ID. So you have a picture of your ID front and back. So go ahead and enter your information here, enter your email. Okay, so go ahead, enter your name, email, phone number, and then click on Start My Application. Okay, so now it's going to ask you several questions, and this is basically asking you everything you need to get started. So this is going to cover everything you need, which is super helpful, because before they wouldn't tell you everything you needed, and you'd be going through the process. You'd be like, oh, I need to go do this. I need to contact this. So this is a very important page. So on this page right here, make sure you have all of this information. So you need a U.S. mobile phone number. You need to know your social security number or your ITIN number. You also need to have a U.S. bank account. Now, they're going to have you enter your bank account information. That's just to deposit the money into your bank account once you get it. You're also going to need the 1040, like I said, with the Schedule C or Schedule F. Don't ask me what those things mean, but just make sure that your 1040 has those either Schedule C or Schedule F on it. And also, you want to have your tax filings from 2019 or 2020. Either one works, or even a draft of your 2020 will work. So then click at the bottom, Apply Fast. You can see that they make this very simplified. It's going to send a verification email to your inbox, so go ahead and check that. Okay, so it's going to have you verify your phone number via that link, and once you verify your phone number, go ahead and click on Next. So once you verify your phone number, you're going to see this page here. Go ahead and click on Next. After you click on Next, it's going to have you enter your address. So you're going to go ahead and enter your address. Go ahead and enter your social security number. the year your business started. Okay, so your basic info is now done. Now you're going to move on to certified key facts. So they're just asking these questions, and Womply made this very, very easy for us to go through. So you click on confirm, and it literally answers all the questions it should for you. Obviously, read the questions first. It's asking, are you a felony, blah, blah, blah. It's asking all these questions. Make sure to read the questions, but all you got to do is click on confirm, and it answers all the questions the correct way for you. After that, it's going to ask you, are you part of any other businesses? If you are, go ahead and enter that business information below. Otherwise, click on no. Now it's going to ask for demographics, which you can skip this whole section altogether. If it's optional, I always skip it on these forms. So now it's going to have you connect your bank account. This is a very, very nice interface. All you're going to do is search your bank account on here. It's going to have you log in. I use Chase, but it's also got Wells Fargo. It's got PayPal. It's got a lot of options on here, and I'm sure if it doesn't have your bank on here, you can manually upload bank info at the bottom. So once you hit 1040, if you're not sure if it's Schedule C or Schedule F, there's a super easy thing you can do. Just go on to the form and hit Control F on your computer or Command F and search for Schedule C, and it'll come up. And once you get to Schedule C, you're going to want to go to line 7 after you upload it to Womply. Go to line 7 and take note of what your gross income was for the year and keep that number in your head because we're going to need that in the next step. So once you upload your tax documents, click on Next. It's going to ask if you're a farmer. If you're a farmer, click on Yes. If you're not a farmer, click on No. I'm not a farmer, unfortunately. Did you provide one or more 2020 Schedule C? I did not provide my 2020 Schedule C, just 2019. So I will put no for that. What best describes you? So you can put self-employed or sole proprietor. I put self-employed. I don't know the difference between self-employed and sole proprietor, but I'm putting self-employed for this. If you're an independent contractor or a 1099 worker, obviously select that middle option. Now, if you're a bookseller, I always like to call myself a bookstore. So for the question, what best describes your business and what sort of work do you do? Maybe you can look up e-commerce if you're just selling on Amazon or whatever products you mainly sell. I would just try and find something along those products. But I just put bookstore because essentially I'm selling books on the biggest bookstore there is, Amazon. Click on Next. Okay, so now it's going to scan your document. It's going to tell you if you have the correct. This is a super cool technology. It tells you, did you upload the correct form or not? That way you don't send it. And what happened last year was a lot of people would send their tax forms. They would send the information applying for PPP money, and they would just get rejected, and then they wouldn't really tell them why. So this is nice. This software checks for everything. Click on Next. Okay, so now it's going to ask you what info is on your Schedule C. So just enter whatever your gross income is, and then click on Next. Again, it's going to ask you, I don't know why it's asking this again, it's going to ask what best describes you. I'm going to click on self-employed, and then I'm going to say that I am a bookstore. Just enter whatever products you mainly sell for your business. Now for step number 6, you're going to enter, have you received a PPP loan before? So if this is your first time, select no. If you have received, select yes. And it's going to tell you exactly how much you're going to be eligible for. And I believe there's 2 draws. That's why it's giving me the option for $38,000 or the $19,000. So go ahead and you can select either one of these. I believe if you select this one, it's going to go ahead and try for both rounds for you. I don't really even know, like, this is kind of confusing me right here, this step. I don't know what they mean by 2 rounds. Again, I'm just showing you guys this opportunity. I got money last year. I helped a lot of people with this. But do some more research on this part of things. It's basically going to apply for you 2 times because I think there's going to be 2 draws. So select one of these and then select Next. Finally, you're going to click on next at the very bottom. Click on next, and once you do, your form is complete. So that's how easy it is to apply for the PPP round 2. Hopefully that helped you guys out. Hopefully you guys get some money. And most important thing to do after all of this is said and done is smash that like button right there for the YouTube algorithm. I always forget to ask you guys to do that. So if you guys smash that like button, it really helps out my channel, helps my channel grow. Hopefully I made you guys a lot of money today. And again, that's it, guys. Peace out. Have a good one.